And welcome back. It's now time to go out to Tom, who is joining us from the Queen City Open.
Tom, how are things over at the Cooper Tennis Complex?
Have you started shopping in women's yet?
Things are hot, actually, at the Cooper Complex, but they're going to get hotter as we go through the weekend because it's a huge tournament, of course, the Open. I have three folks here who are, I guess, associated in very main ways with the Open. On my far left, we have, I'll get it here, Brian. That's right, Brian Garner. All right, Brian Garner. Next to him is Cassandra Gerke. She's a professional pickleball player. He's out of the St. Louis area, but he travels everywhere. We're going to get into that in just a second. And then Mr. Jim Berger with the USA Pickleball Association, an ambassador. First of all, I want to say welcome to the Ozarks, but as I've been kind of following some conversations, you all have been part of the Ozarks for a number of years.
Well, from the past, I went to school down here 55 years ago or so, something like that. And I've always, most of my heart's always been back in this Springfield area.
Mm-hmm. And of course, you're being, a part of bringing a huge tournament in here. We're going to be seeing people, I would imagine, from I guess all over the country here?
Well, this year we finished our regional tournament in St. Louis about 3 weeks ago. We had 34 states represented and about 800 people. So it's going to be big. It's going to be a big tournament for pickleball.
I have to say, because pickleball was something that all of a sudden appeared, and now, well, you're a professional at it. I mean, how did you get into this game, and how quickly did it evolve for you?
Well, I was a physical education teacher before this, so, I just quit and said I was a pro, and here I am, and that's kind of how it
No, it doesn't work like, sorry, no. I can say I'm a pro, but as soon as I got down there, you'd know the difference.
Yeah, so it's been exploding, and so as I was in my third year of teaching, that's when pickleball really got big for me. I'm from Wisconsin, and sponsors started coming in, and it just exploded, and I took a chance to get in on that, and it worked out. I haven't gone back.
People, when they just kind of look at it, they say, well, it's kind of like racquetball, it's kind of like tennis. Is it really, though?
Yeah, it's a mix of tennis, badminton, and table tennis, and it's on basically a large table tennis court, same dimensions as a badminton court, and but the net is low to the ground instead of high up in the air like a badminton. This is one of the paddles, and so it's really like an oversized table tennis paddle. So yeah.
That little paddle probably gives a pretty good workout. Right now, you're from the St. Louis area, right?
Grew up in Columbia, but the I-70 corridor is really a good way to explain how I've learned, because I first was introduced to this in Kansas City at a place called Chicken and Pickle.
Okay, yeah.
Then came into Columbia, and at this point, now that I've moved back to St. Louis, there's a whole lot more players there than the other two spots, and I just absolutely love playing.
Well, was saying the regional was here, and you're a Yankee. I am too, so that's okay. That's okay. I mean, the sport has really grown. It seems to have taken latch in all parts of the country.
I think that's one of the reasons I was asked to be here, is that I have the luxury now, being a retired superintendent, so we've got that education thing going on through. I've traveled from coast to coast and seen so many just pickleball enthusiasts, and just the differences is only location. Everything else about that, when you hear the uniqueness, it's not unique. They're all saying the same thing from coast to coast.
Okay, now, as you said, you still have to start somewhere. Is this for everybody? Is something, I mean, there are people at your level, that's a whole different skill level, but could people at my level still enjoy the game?
Absolutely, and that's what's so exciting about this sport, what makes it so different is the social aspect. Number one, it's a lot of fun, and two, it's a low impact sport, meaning you can play it for life. So you have people coming over from other, tennis, paddle, sports backgrounds that maybe had to dart around a huge tennis court. This is half the size of that of a tennis court, and so it's much more lower impact, and so it makes it a lifelong sport for everybody.
So it can be great competition, but it's also a nice way to get out with friends, exercise, things like that.
It certainly is. And to get back to why we selected, the governing body of pickleball selected Springfield, this is probably one of the most ideal places we've ever had a regional tournament. Everything about it is absolutely perfect. great part of the country. Lots of stuff to do. You got Branson right down the road. You got Springfield. And the Midwestern hospitality is just going to be great for everybody to come here. We want a big event next year.
All right, and it's going to be big. It's just going to get bigger. And in a little bit, we'll talk more about, well, the family aspect of pickleball, and also a little more get into the weeds about what's going to be happening here at the Open. So right now, I'll toss it back to you.
All right, thanks, Tom. We'll be back out to him in a little bit, which will be
I
exciting.
love pickleball.
Yes, but up next, the SpongeBob musical is happening this weekend over at the Landers Theater.
Hear a song from the cast right after the break.